and welcome to this Power Pilates session where we will be exploring some of the more advanced, spicy exercises where we will be challenging our stability. Before we start, I do recommend just going back and completing a warm-up. I've got a warm-up video available for all levels just to make sure that your body is ready to go. Okay, so we are going to start seated. So planting your feet down onto the floor in front of you, knees are bent, legs are parallel, hip distance apart, and you're going to reach your arms out in front of you, sitting up nice and tall. Taking a moment to breathe in, pressing your toes equally into the mat. As you breathe out, you're going to draw your belly button in to find your C curve, and then from the waist, you're going to rotate and open up the back arm, looking over that shoulder, breathing in. And then exhale to roll back up to the start. Breathing in to prepare. Exhale to suck that belly button in, rolling the weight behind your sit bones, rotating from the torso, opening up that back arm. And then exhale to roll up. Keep going, alternating each side. So roll the tailbone underneath, opening up, trying not to shift in the pelvis. Keep it nice and still. It's just those obliques working to rotate and rolling up. And again, rolling back, pressing our big toes into the floor, opening up that back arm, and up. One more time each side. And up, making it nice and smooth. Last one. Sucking that belly button into your C curve, rotate, and then rolling back up. From there, we're going to find our rotation, find our twist, hold it there. This back arm, we're going to start moving. We're going to breathe out to bring it up and over to face the front, and breathing in to circle back. Exhale to reach forwards, inhale to reach back, working that waist, and again. Inhale to sweep back, two more. Inhale, sweep back, last one. Keeping the pelvis nice and still, and then roll back up, other side. Draw your belly button into your C curve, taking that arm back, keeping the pelvis nice and still, breathing in to reach forward, and back, and again, following the eyes over with that hand. Good stuff. Keep breathing. That's it, two more, breathing out to reach forwards, in to reach back, last one. In to reach back, and then slowly rolling up. Very good. From there, we're going to roll back for our next set. Find our twist, and then take that leg off. So if you're twisting to the left, you're taking your left leg off. If you're twisting to the right, you're taking your right leg off. So holding that leg nice and still and straight as you can. We're going to go again, reaching forwards and out. And again, reach forwards and out. Three more. Pulling up that knee. Sucking in your belly button. Last one. Open out and then roll up. Get ready for the other side. Draw your belly button back. Rotate. Taking that leg off nice and straight. Off we go. Reach forwards. Up and out. Reaching back. And again. Inhale back. Reach. Really stretching that leg. Two more. Trying not to rotate in the pelvis. Last one. Opening up and back and then rolling up. Good. We've got one more set. So rolling back this time. Opening out. Taking off that leg again. We're staying in our twist. We're going to breathe in to reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, press them down. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale down, feeling that burn in the side of the waist. Two more. Exhale down, last one. And press the arms down, rolling up, ready for the other side. Drawing your tailbone underneath. Find your rotation. Off we go. Breathing in, take the arms up. Exhale, press them down. And again, feeling the shoulder blades pressing down the back, away from the ears. Lovely. Two more. And down. Last one, reaching up. Press them down and then rolling to sit up tall. Very, very good. From there, you're going to stretch your legs out onto the mat in front of you, and then bring your hands just behind your pelvis, fingertips facing forwards. You're going to press your shoulder blades down the back, okay, and then when you're ready, you're going to squeeze the glutes and lift your hips up into the air. Okay, so nice and long through the body, eyeliners forwards. Your legs can roll out slightly if that's a little bit more comfortable on the Achilles. Have a softening in those arms, and then lower back down. Okay, so that's the position that we're going to find. Are we ready? Pressing through the hands, shoulder blades down the back, lifting up. We're going to hold this position. Without shifting the pelvis, we're going to keep it nice and still. Bring one leg up, so the toes come up to kiss the knee. Then stretch the toes up towards the ceiling. Bending the toes back in. You're going to open the knee out to the side, and then recover. And again, stretch the leg, toes to knee, open the knee out to the side, and back in. One more set. Stretch the leg, and in. Opening the knee. Keep breathing. Good. Now stretch that leg nice and long, getting ready for the other side. So bringing the opposite knee up, toes to knee. We stretch the leg, and bend. Opening the knee, and in. And again, staying lifted through that chest. Nice and strong, pressing through the arms. Good. One more set. And in. Opening the knee. Lovely. And now stretch that leg long, and then lower the hips back down. Super. Just give the wrists a little roll out. Okay, and then again, we're going to come down onto our forearms this time. So resting down onto your elbows, finding a slight imprint, so scooping that belly button in. You're going to press through those elbows, press them down through the floor, so we're not sinking through the chest. We want to stay lifted, nice and open with that chest. Bringing one leg up at a time into our tabletop position. Okay, knees on top of the hips. From there, we're going to extend the knees over to one side, squeezing the inner thighs together. Now stretch the legs, bring the legs back to center, toes towards the ceiling, and then bend the legs back to tabletop. Other side, we twist the knees, we stretch the legs, we bring the legs back to center, and bend to tabletop. And again, alternating each side, we twist, we extend, bring the legs back to the middle, and bend. Other side, we twist, reach the legs away, squeezing the inner thighs, back to center, and bend. One more time each side, staying lifted through that chest, try not to sink into the shoulders. One more, we twist, we extend, toes to ceiling, and bend. Very good. Even more lift out of the chest. We're going to open the knees out to the side, and then squeeze together. And again, out to the side, making a diamond shape, and in. Keep going. So we're drawing the knees back together with resistance to really work those inner thighs. Keep breathing, sucking your belly button in. So you're in that slight imprint here. Good, 2 more. Lovely. On the last one, hold the knees out and then flex the feet so the heels are touching each other. From there, you're going to breathe out, press the legs away, joining your inner thighs together, and then bend back to your diamond. And again, exhale to press the legs away, inhale to return. Keep going, trying to fully straighten those legs, maintaining that turn out, squeezing the glutes, connecting the inner thighs. Imagine you've got a winning lottery ticket floating through the air, and you want to catch that ticket with your inner thighs. 2 more. Good. Last one. And bending back in. Super. Release the feet down to the floor one at a time. And we're going to gently just lie down onto our backs. So keeping the knees bent, In parallel, heels quite close towards ourselves, arms down by our sides. I'm going to go through a little bit of glute work now with our shoulder bridge. So squeeze in the glutes. You're going to shift the hips up towards the ceiling in one swift motion. So once you're there, you're finding your ribcage pulling down the front of the body, knees are over the ankles, and then sweep your arms up towards the ceiling, palms turned in to face each other. Okay? Then we're going to bring our right leg off the floor. So carefully and smoothly take that right leg and stretch it up towards the ceiling. Now, from there, see if you can lift your left heel off the floor. So we've got a smaller base to balance, feeling the weight through the ball of the left foot and our shoulder blades. Now we're going to work this right leg. We're going to stretch it long and bring it back up to the ceiling. Extend it away from us and up. 2 more. Stretch the leg long and lift. 1 more time. Trying to keep those hips lifted and up. Keeping that right leg reaching up towards the ceiling now. We're going to bring the arms overhead and back up to the ceiling. And again, sweep the arms back and lift. 2 more. Pressing nice and evenly through the toes of the left foot. Good. Reaching the arms up to the ceiling. Now lower that left heel down. We're going to do 10 little pulses upwards with the hips. For 10, 9, 8. Making them nice and smooth with control. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Folding that right leg down. And then bring the hips down. Very good. Ready for the other side. Squeezing the glutes. Lift the hips up. Bringing that left leg off the floor this time. Stretching the toes up towards the ceiling. And then see if you can lift your right heel off the floor. Lovely. Keeping long in the sides of the waist. We're going to stretch this left leg away from us. Breathing out. And then breathing in to lift it back up. And again, stretch the leg long and up. Keep going. Trying to keep the pelvis nice and still. Good. 2 more. Last one. Feeling that burning the glutes. Lovely. Holding that left leg up to the ceiling. Ready for our arm raises. We breathe in to take the arms back overhead. Exhale to lift. And again. To reach. 2 more. Lift to the ceiling. Last one. Reaching up. Hold it there. Ready for 10 pulses upwards with the hips. For 10, 9, 8. Little squeeze. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fold the left leg down to the floor. Release the heels. And then lower the hips down. Great. Okay, from there, we are actually going to stay down. Make sure that you've just got nothing behind you. We don't want to knock that plant. We're going to find our imprint. So draw the belly button in. Feeling the lower back nice and flat on the floor. Bring the feet up into the air, one at a time to your tabletop. And then stretch the legs out on a slight diagonal. Exhale. To start to draw the legs towards you, you're going to push through the arms and with control, roll the legs overhead so you're resting on your shoulder blades. Okay, now bring the hands onto the back of the pelvis so you've got that support, and then you're going to squeeze the glutes and lift those toes up towards the ceiling so you're in a shoulder stand. You're going to breathe in to prepare. As you breathe out, you're going to split the legs into your scissors. Exhale to find a little bit more reach. And then inhale to join the legs together again. Exhale to split to the other side. Exhale, see if you can split a little bit further. And then inhale to join the legs together. Keep switching the legs each time. So you've got 2 breaths out to split the legs. And then 1 big breath in to join them together. So as we do this, we're trying
to keep the pelvis as still as we can without shifting and twisting it. We're keeping that weight out of the neck, resting on our shoulder blades, trying to find that length out the hips, really stretching those knees. Good. 2 more. Joining them together, last one. Join the legs together. Now, from there, with control, you're going to gently let go of the hips and place the arms down onto the floor. You're going to keep the legs as straight as possible. Draw the legs down towards the floor so they're almost parallel, and then use the abdominals, squeeze the glutes to lift the legs up again. Okay, so slowly lowering those legs down with control, like you're about to tap the floor with your toes, and then lift the legs back up. Good. Keep those inner thighs squeezing together, and then lift. 2 more. Lowering those legs down so they're parallel with the floor. Squeeze the glutes to lift. Last one. Lowering those legs down. Reach them up to the ceiling to lift. Good. Now we're going to bring them back to the parallel to the floor. Separate the thighs slightly. Flex the feet. And with control, we're going to lower the spine back down to the floor, vertebrae by vertebrae. So slowing it down, pressing through the arms. Try not to let the shoulders come away from the floor. Going through the imprint, and then drawing the legs together. Beautiful. Okie dokie. From there, we're going to come up and do a little bit of side kneeling work. So to start with, just kneel up onto both knees. Squeezing the glutes so the hips are nice and open at the front. And then we're going to tip the weight over onto our supporting hand, lifting that side of the waist away from the floor. The other hand is going to come behind the head. We're going to take that leg out to the side. So we've got one hip stacked on top of the other, one shoulder stacked on top of the other. We're going to work this leg that's out to the side. So keeping it in parallel, you're going to bring it up, tap the leg forwards, sweep it back and tap behind. And again, reaching up and over like you're drawing little semicircles with that leg. Good stuff. So as we do this, we're going to try and keep the spine as still as possible. Trying to keep this supporting side lifted. And you'll start to feel it in this supporting glute as well. Good stuff. Keep going, keep breathing. Letting the gaze just be forwards. So we're not crumbling in that upper body. Lovely. On the next one, hold that leg forwards. Okay, just checking in with that supporting side. We're going to lift that top leg up and down. And again, lift up and down. Keep going. So we're trying to keep those toes reaching towards the front wall. This top elbow is lifted up towards the ceiling. And again, 4 more. Good. Last 3. And down. Last 2. Down. Last 1. And down. Very good. And then bending that knee in, lifting up, getting ready for the other side. So, squeezing those glutes so you're nice and open to begin. Tipping the weight up and over onto that supporting hand, lifting the side of the waist away from the floor. Other arm is back behind the head, reaching that leg out to the side. So we've got those up and overs to begin. So breathing out, tapping that foot forwards, and then reaching up and over to the back. And again, like you're drawing a little rainbow with the toes. Keep going, trying to keep the spine and the pelvis as still as we can whilst working this leg. Good stuff. Making sure that our hips and shoulders are stacked one on top of the other sideways. Pushing through that supporting hand. So we're nice and strong and rooted down through that shoulder. Good. On the next one, holding that leg forwards. Making sure the leg is nice and straight. Ready for our lifts. Up and down. Trying to keep it in parallel and down. Good. Nice and straight with that knee. And down, and again. Lift, and down. 4 more. Up, and down. Can you stay lifted in the waist? We've got 2 more. Good. Last one, and down. Lovely. Bending that knee in. Coming onto all fours now. So, making sure that our hands are underneath our shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, making sure that our inner thighs are squeezing together slightly to begin. Then you're going to stretch your left leg out on the floor behind you, tucking the toes underneath, almost like you're about to go into a plank. Long neutral spine, keeping the head lifted in line, got that support in the abdominals. So that leg behind us, we're going to stretch the toes, lift the leg off in line with the spine, release it down to the floor, and we're going to lift this supporting knee off the floor. So navel to spine, press through the hands, lift that knee off, and lower, and again, lift the back leg, lower down, lift that knee, and lower, and again, back leg lifts nice and long, return to the floor, lift that bottom knee, pressing through the arms, and down. 2 more like that, and lower, lift the supporting leg, and down. 1 more time, stretch the knee, and down, and again, lift, and lower. From there, the movement starts exactly the same, but we're going to turn it into a little side plank. So we lift the leg, we lower, we lift the supporting knee. Now we're going to smoothly rotate to the side, opening up that top hand, stretch the leg out in front of us. Then we're going to return, bending the knee in, transfer back to the center and lower the knee. And again, lift the leg and down, navel to spine, lift that supporting knee, rotate nice and smoothly, opening that top arm, reach the toes in front, bend the knee back in, return to center, lower the knee. 2 more, lift and down, lift the knee, we rotate, open the top arm. Now there's an option to tap the toes down to the floor, lift up, return back to the center, and down. 1 more, lift, and down. Lift the supporting knee, rotate to the side, stretch the leg, tap the floor, lift, bend the knee back in, and back to the center. Lowering that knee down, very good. Bringing the opposite knee in, and we're going to get ready for the other side. Hurrah! So stretching that back leg behind, ready for the opposite side. Okay, making sure we've got that long neutral spine again, supporting the abdominals, shoulder blades away from the ears. We lift that back leg, squeezing the glute to lift, and lower. Bottom knee is going to lift up, and down, and again, lift the leg, and down. Supporting knee lifts up, and lower, and again, stretching that back leg throughout. Lift that supporting knee, and down. 2 more, lift, and lower, lifting that bottom knee, and down. Good. Ready to move into our side twist. So lifting that leg, lowering down, lift the bottom knee, we rotate to the side, opening up that top arm, stretching the leg out in front, bend the knee back in, and come back to center, lower the knee down. And again, lift that back leg, lower the toes, navel to spine, lift the knee, rotate to the side, open up that arm, stretch the bottom leg out in front of you, bending it back in, and return back to the center, lower the leg. 2 more, lift and down, lift the bottom knee, we rotate, open that top arm, reach that leg forwards. Now maybe tapping the toes down to the floor, lift the leg up, bend the knee in, return back to the hands and down. One more time, lift the leg and down. Lift the bottom knee, rotate to the side, opening the arm, stretch the leg out in front, tuck the toes to the floor, lift the leg up, bend the knee in, and then returning back to the centre, lowering the knees down. Very good, just sit back on your heels and give your wrists a little roll out. So there we are, there is your 25-minute Power Pilates session. I hope you felt a little bit of burn there and you're feeling really warm and worked. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.